Hey Leo, how's everybody doing? Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Alright, Leo, let's see what's going on. Taking a break after ending something, a decision that needs to be made. Maybe a decision needs to be made about ending something, about pulling back from something, taking time out for yourself. I'm hearing to gather strength. I'm looking at something karmic going on here. I'm seeing us looking for a sense of balance, and I'm getting that this is why a decision needs to be made, okay? There's something that needs to be communicated in order for us to find the balance that we seek to find. I'm looking at Mercury popping out here. I'm seeing something that we're going back and forth on. I'm looking at the King of Pentacles over here. This can be a person that we're going back and forth with. For some, this can be a boss, a company. For others, I'm seeing this as an interpersonal relationship. I'm looking at Spirit guiding you to move into a place. I'm looking at Virgo, I'm looking at Taurus. Spirit guiding you to move into a place where I'm hearing the word disconnecting. Disconnecting, maybe going within and relying on your opinion rather than checking in with others. This is very much an introspective energy that Spirit is guiding us towards, okay? Maybe focusing on things that have to do with our spirituality. I'm hearing the word difference. There's something going on that needs to end, something that we don't feel like is in alignment, okay? Something that we've been participating in that is not aiding our growth. And something that, like, spiritually, is not helpful to you. Not helpful to your growth, okay? Something that needs to come to an end. This is some sort of unhealthy cycle, whether that be something we're participating in or somebody we're interacting with. I'm seeing that this is all about how we feel about ourselves, Leo. It's like about how we gain a sense of self. I'm hearing a sense of confidence, okay? I'm also hearing fluidity and make progress on that front. I'm seeing that we might be worried about stepping into a place where we're taking responsibility, okay? Owning something about our actions, what we want to give off. I'm hearing when it comes down to it, I'm getting that this is something about a relationship harmony dynamic that we have with somebody, okay? This can be regarding a sort of family that we have. Somebody that we've chosen as family, okay? And And maybe we feel like we didn't get the happy ending that we were looking for. Because I'm seeing that, like, when we think about it, when we were manifesting, what we wanted was a sense of harmony, union with this person, okay? This can also be a thing, okay? This can also be us with us. Um, and I'm seeing, like, this sense of family, this sense of friendship also. Maybe somebody has kids here, too. And I'm seeing us, like, very much and our souls wanting it to be this like happy picture, but I'm seeing that there's a lot of worrying and maybe things weren't turning out in that way. And this is why we need to make decisions here to end things that don't feel like they're in alignment and to really get in touch with our dreams. It's also believing too that we can have what we want at the end of the day rather than feeling like you're just stuck in a situation. I'm hearing something about being stationary, so feeling stagnant, okay? We are looking for a connection that we feel is deeply spiritual to us, something deeply emotional, something that we are going to feel valued for our ability to be in depth, for our ability to be in touch, for our ability to be vulnerable. Maybe we have a relationship with somebody who's more, I'm hearing, categorically oriented towards the physical 3D. Maybe they have like a lack of spirituality in a sense, okay? And they're more focused on their work, their job, how they're perceived, okay? And maybe we are in a place where we feel more in touch with our emotions and our intuitive abilities, because I'm seeing there being kind of a difference between these two people that I'm looking at here. Maybe something that we've come to recognize. I'm looking at a lesson that we're learning, okay? Something going on with Saturn here. So I'm getting that we're in a spot, right, where we're kind of pulling back and reflecting. I'm seeing us taking a deep look within, is what I'm hearing, okay? Intuitively, intrinsically, introspectively, going within, like kind of looking at that inner landscape that we're seeing. And I'm getting that there's a lesson that we are, I'm hearing learning about, okay? Something that, it's like all of the stuff that you went through was very much for a deliberate purpose, okay? Even if that's something happening kind of outside of ourselves in a way. I'm looking at an ending coming through, definitely something guided, because I'm looking at spirit right underneath. An ending to a situation that I'm hearing had a lot to it. It's like something that could have been very complicated, something that I'm seeing like things going in a lot of different directions here with this. And maybe we felt like we were getting hurt repeatedly over and over again, whether that's because of things we were doing or things that we had felt from other people. I'm kind of seeing like a mix, almost like maybe we had been reactive in a certain space, and the culmination of like us hurting ourselves, maybe somebody else hurting us, maybe other people in general. I'm getting this. I'm seeing a multitude of energies here, okay? And I'm getting that it just got to the point where it was like enough is enough. And I'm seeing spirit kind of just finishing something here and guiding you to go into a space where you're actually going to find something that does not feel so chaotic to you. It's like finding a sense of peace that we've been looking for. And it's all because we're being guided to end whatever cycle this is that we're in, that again is not helping our growth. It's not beneficial to us. It's something that keeps us stagnant. It's almost like feeling pinned down to something, okay? And I'm seeing us being posed with a choice here. And it's like, you get to a point where you keep putting something off, and now everything comes to a head where it's like, do you want to step into your power? Do you want to like own the energy that you can be giving off? Do you want to call your energy back to you? What type of energy do you want to be exuding? Like, how do you see yourself? How do you work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem? How do we get in touch with our creativity? I'm seeing this more so as getting really in touch with our feminine nature and how we want to be coming off in a way where we can also be soft and also feel like we're drawing in the things towards us that we want to be drawing in. And also moving to a place where we're taking responsibility, where we feel like it's okay to be independent, okay? And we feel like we want to own maybe our sexuality in a way. Maybe, again, something about the energy that we want to be giving off, and something that we feel like we can do independently, okay? I'm seeing like this whole world that we want to create for ourselves, okay? Regardless of who comes in and who leaves. I'm looking at counterpart energy here. It's like we can make a decision to attract in things that feel simpatico with us, that feel synergistic with where we want to be moving. And I'm looking at a yin and yang energy balance here, and this is about making a decision about how we want to lead things out creatively. Again, this can have to do with like our sexuality as well. Also our self-esteem. It's like taking in both the roles as far as fire goes here, taking up the roles of the king and the queen. This is all about feminine and masculine. It's about being receptive and knowing when to receive, discernment, versus like when you want to step up, when you want to give. I'm also hearing something about spreading awareness. Maybe this is something that we want to do. I'm seeing us wanting to creatively lead something out here and also feel good as far as, again, I'm getting self-esteem so strongly with these two cards here. And it's like, we're on the way to finding a sense of balance, okay? I'm seeing us taking the steps needed and at least like forging a path of where we want to go to find what we're looking for ultimately. I'm seeing that there could have been things that held us back before. Maybe we were just seeing things superficially in a way where we were feeling attracted to things physically, and we were feeling attracted to things physically and not looking underneath. Because with the King of Wands here, this can be very much like feeling physically attracted to something and there not being much more than that physical chemistry that we feel, which can leave us at the end of the day feeling very empty. But I'm seeing that we're making progress with this. I'm seeing us internally, I'm hearing energetically balancing something out, okay? And this can be too with our shadow and how we express our shadow. Also maybe needing to do shadow work. I'm seeing something that we're being guided to set boundaries with, whether this is ourselves or this is with another person, okay? I'm seeing us recognizing that somebody's energy is not one that's really looking out for our best interest, and I'm watching us make a decision to leave somebody, leave something behind. This can be something we're involved in. This can also be another person. I'm picking that up strongly. I'm seeing us kind of going in a new direction. It's like you may have felt like you have history or like you built something with a person, but I'm getting that it's almost like something can't be worked on any longer. It's like you come to a point where you can't really turn back, and I'm hearing negotiate things. And so it's like a choice of either you're going to be stuck in a space where you feel stagnant, or you're going to make a decision to kind of go your own way. Because I'm seeing kind of an energy where it's like you're at an impasse with something and you have to find a new direction. This would be your new direction. But I'm seeing that there's I'm hearing some fretting going on about starting a new venture. But I'm getting that ultimately it's going to lead to what you want. It's going to lead to the type of harmony. This can be something going on with like a family relationship too. It's like the thing that you seek, you're capable of manifesting this. You just have to believe in yourself and that you're actually capable of doing that, Leo. It's like having the sense of bravery to start something new. Maybe you feel fearful of needing to be in a place where you're kind of at ground zero again and build back up from there. But I'm getting that, like, this really reminds me of a tower moment where it's like everything gets knocked down in a way. Anything that is unstable becomes knocked down so it can be built up upon solid foundation. Something that's going to be lasting for you. And I'm seeing us here wanting to manifest a type of harmony. And in order to do that, there's patience. I'm also hearing grit that is needed. It's like learning to alchemize this and it's like learning to start from just this little spot here. It's like a young position that we start into until we build up until the Four of Wands over here, which is steps ahead of maybe where we find ourselves starting, but something that's going to be built very solidly for us. I'm getting the number 4 so strongly here, and that is all about a sturdy, solid foundation. Something that when the wind blows, it's not going to get knocked over, so to speak. And I'm seeing us doing this dance of going back and forth between our happiness and something other than our happiness ultimately. But I'm seeing like we may be stuck between a shadow space and where we're actually going to be finding happiness and fulfillment. And that's what we're being guided to alchemize here. And being guided to address our shadow too. And our shadow speaks to us from a fear space. It's like if you make a decision, are you going to lose this? Are you going to lose that? Things like that. That's what our shadow sounds like sometimes. But in order for us to find fulfillment and happiness, it's our decision to make choices from a place where we feel empowered ultimately. And I'm seeing a sense of disappointment that we need to alchemize. I'm getting to that if we're doing this dance and really not making a decision that we have all of the liberty to make a decision with, I'm seeing that kind of manifesting a sense of regret for us. I'm getting very strongly like a sense of a poverty mindset, something that we really need to recognize, I'm hearing, and address as well. And I'm seeing that once we make a decision to move in the direction of where we feel like we're going to find our happiness in a wholesome way, I'm seeing us leaving a sense of regret behind, maybe feeling sad too. It's like, rather than focusing on all of these things that went wrong, rather than harboring resentment, rather than just, like with this card, it's like all this person is, I'm hearing fixated on, all this person is fixated on is like the spilled cups. And it's like, as soon as this person turns around, they're going to see that there are 2 cups that are still standing, that are perfectly good over here. And I'm seeing us making this decision to really turn around here and actually walk towards what we want, where we're going to find fulfillment. I'm also hearing peace. And I'm seeing us walking also in a direction where we're going to be met with other people who are willing to work with us and put in the same amount of energy as we want to put into things. And I'm hearing money isn't everything. I'm seeing something going on here where it's like there could be a company, there could be a person, something that we feel like is no longer in agreement with the spiritual place that we're in. And I'm seeing us moving away from this because we want to feel in touch with our emotions and our intuitive abilities, okay? I'm hearing the sentiment of that. We want to be feeling the water in our charts in a way where we feel connected. And I'm seeing us very much kind of like putting things aside that may have been 3D before, that maybe mattered to us more so than anything at a point, and making a decision now to actually follow our hearts with something and where we feel like we're being called on a soul level, rather than making decisions based off of the things in the 3D. It's like understanding how the 3D is really a symbolic replica of things, and where we're going to actually find fulfillment is something much deeper, something that you don't physically see outside of yourself. It's something that you feel from within. And I'm seeing you meeting those people that you're looking to connect with on the way to you searching for something more fulfilling, essentially, for you, Leo. All right, friends. I'm going to name who I'm seeing here. I'm looking at Saturn. I'm looking at Sagittarius. I'm looking at Taurus. I'm looking at Virgo. And I'm looking at Mercury. Okay, Leo, I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.